Hey guys, True Knight here. There's a very real problem that I'm facing since I got back in the game. I have been a Sword Soul player for 3 years since I returned, but I want to increase my knowledge of the game, and I started picking up other decks. So playing way too much, and I don't play enough at a level of the tournament to justify this. So to go over what we're dealing with here, what are you guys looking at? Got Sword Soul. It's my favorite deck in the game. Can't go wrong with it. We got Infernoble Knight. Just took it to locals on the 4th. Didn't do so hot with it, but I got Snake Eye stuff in it. Got Fire King with Dogmatica, Tri-Brigade. What do I have in here? Just a whole bunch of Fire King stuff. And I got the Snake Eye stuff in the Infernoble, so I could do as close as I could beside bonfires for Fire King, Snake Eye. Here I got all my extra Infernoble stuff. I got Flame Swordsman, complete core, Trap Tricks, Zodiac, completed deck, just because it was one of my favorite decks in the game. Here I have a whole bunch of extra Sword Soul stuff, extra Snake Eyes stuff, Engine stuff, Fire King stuff. And then finally, what I was talking about in my other Infernoble Knight video, I picked up a entire Vanquish Soul deck for about, I think it runs right now in TCG Player 3 of everything is like 150, and I picked it up for 100. So I'm not gonna say no to that. And I also got a really good price on an entire Manadeum deck. So to talk really quick, I'm a bit worn out with comboing, and I feel like learning both the combo decks in Infernoble and Manadeum just sounds exhausting, because I tested Infernoble Snake Eye for probably, I'm not gonna lie, like a good 20-22 hours, just hand testing and playing and setting up boards and imagining scenarios where I get ashed, Nibiru'd, all that stuff. And I still took it to locals and won one match, lost two. So that's really disheartening. Mid-range is my favorite style, so like Vanquish Soul, Sword Soul, Fire King, Snake Eye Fire King, like those type of decks are more what I like. I'm proud of myself for finally getting the nuts to go play Infernoble, because I've had the deck since before last format, just sitting in a deck box, and kept telling myself, oh man, it's Soul Day, all this broken stuff, Pack went nuts with it, like I can just try and freestyle too, and I just never had the courage to go take it to locals, because I tried it one time in a match before locals started and got crapped on by Tier Limit Horse, and it really like shook me, and so I just played Sword Soul again. But as much as I love Sword Soul, and it's my favorite deck, it's the best deck ever made, I want to try other stuff. I want to grow as a player. I want to be more involved, especially as a content creator for this game. You can't just stick to one deck. It's just nonsensical. So what I'm going to do this format, while we're at a slow time where it's just one deck in the room, I'm not going to play that deck. I want to. Like, don't get me wrong, I know Snake Eye Fire King is tier 0 or Snake Eye is tier 0, but it's still fun to play. And it's a fun mirror match. I mean, I know it can get nauseating to watch, but playing the mirror match, you learn so... It's like a tier limit mirror match when they were both tier 0. It's just a chess game, you know? So for the players, it's an amazing fun time. But I want to challenge myself because I have no interest in learning this deck. But the thing I preach to all my employees as a manager at my job is like, make your weaknesses your strengths. And I consider this a weakness because I don't want to do this. It sounds like a heavy headache task that I'm just gonna not solve. And this sounds like a lot more fun in my playstyle. It is. It's Sword Soul 2.0. I wouldn't even say it's better than Sword Soul because I've never lost to it in a match, but with Sword Soul. But still just as fun, you know. So I'm gonna test it out. I will do a new series beginning this month. I've already launched a series this month called Building a Deck from Scratch, where I took 3 Fire King structure decks and I went from starting with just that and staples that you may have or may be able to pick up or something of that nature, and built all the way to like Fire King Tri Brigade, Fire King Dogmatica, and then eventually Fire King Snake Eye. And I think I'm going to do the same thing with this. But I'll be doing it live, like, and showing what I'll actually do, rather than just showing you the builds and everything. I'm going to sit down and read every single one of these cards, and try and understand the ins and outs of them. And then watch combo videos with you guys. Tutorials. Deck profiles. See what everybody's playing. I have all the staples I could ever need. I have like 3 playsets of Ash, 3 playsets of all the staples. So I got no problem doing that. It's just a matter of sitting down, watching the combos, watching them do it, and then improvising myself. Like, okay, they did this combo with this guy and Meek. Let's see if I just have Meek and Scareclaw. What do I do there? And try to teach myself the deck. You know, and I'll watch more combo tutorials, matches, watch the big name players play it. I know Pac took it to a tournament like 5 or 6 months ago, but I'll still watch him do it because it'll show me basic combos. All the way up until now. I don't know if YCS had any Man of the M on it. I don't think they did. They had Kashtira, Voiceless Voice, and Snake Eye Fire King the whole time, so I don't think I'll be able to get any of these, but who knows, maybe the next YCS we'll see a little bit different decks. Knock on wood. By no means am I retiring Sword Soul and Infernoble. I'm not getting rid of these two. They're my babies. I love them. They're so much fun. But I want to grow. And the only way to grow is playing new stuff. Not to mention, this is probably one of the most gorgeous decks I've ever looked at. The art is simply stunning, you know? This looks just amazing to me. I love this art style. And the thought process of like a video game where you're just comboing and you're tagging out and you're using your specials and your abilities and everything, like, it's awesome to me. I love it. Fire King Snake Eye is so much fun to play because it's so grindy and you have to think 5 moves ahead of your opponent. Trap Tricks was cool, but I'm just trying to sell it on eBay. But yeah, that's where I stand right now with what am I going to play this format. And what I want to challenge you guys to, if you're watching this video this far into it, write down your thought process in the comments. Did you know before the beginning of the year what exactly you were going to play at this time? Because I didn't know. I was sitting there like, what am I going to play? And I picked up Fire Kings, and I played Fire King Dogmatica for the first like 40 days of the year. So, but let me know what you guys do. Like, how do you dictate the terms of what am I playing? Is it strictly your budget is what dictates those terms, or is it? And to be honest too, guys, I didn't even pay cash for a lot of these things. I picked a lot of this stuff up in trade. I had like 4 trade binders before, but I traded away a lot of stuff. Used to play other card games, Magic Gathering and all those things, so I traded away a lot of that stuff for like credit and things, or I traded away to guys for money, and then just got into this game because this is the biggest game that's represented, or this game has the most amount of players in my area over Magic, Pokemon, Dragon Ball, all those games. Yu-Gi-Oh is the one that fills up in shops, and so that's why I was like, well, I'm gonna create a YouTube channel and I'm just gonna go with Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. But we're gonna start out with Manadeum. If it ends up being something that I don't care about, I should have the rest of the stuff for it. I ordered the other 2 Reum Heart, 2 Ash Aloud. They should be here, I think TCG Player said by Saturday, and today's currently Tuesday, so it'll give me a few days to just watch combo videos and tutorials and things of that nature. So I'll be watching that up until I get the deck completed, and then I'll just start going through it. I may pull up Master Duel and do a couple of videos of that with this deck, depending on if I'm in the mood for it or not, but if I don't like it, if I can't stand it, I'll move into Vanquish Soul. If I can't stand either of these, if I'm just not liking either of them, I know this is horrible to say, but I'll play Snake Eye Fire, because I just want to play that before the stuff goes away. That's another reason I'm not picking up Bonfires. Like, I'm debating on getting rid of the Wanteds and everything, just because I don't know what they're going to hit. The longer they take, the more it worries me that they're just going to wait till like the end of the month and just hit the deck really hard. Or, because I feel like if they were just going to slap it on the wrist lightly, they would have done it by now. They would have been like Ash to 1, something like that. But them waiting this long tells me they're actually going to hit the deck. Like, we're looking at like the same as like Kit Ban and all 3 Tearlaments to 1. Like, we might see something on that level by the end of the month. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, it goes a long way. Please follow, please share with your friends, helps out a lot. But be kind, be respectful to each other. I hope you guys have a good night and a good rest of your day tomorrow, or tonight, or today, or whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.